What's up, Primal Gang? Gonna watch why your VO2 max matters on the sugar diet. First of all, I want to discuss this thumbnail. Like, look at that. He has like a flame in his hand. Like, this is his original thumbnail. And yeah, this is my thumbnail. Like, look at this. He's cosplaying these characters from Heroes 3, Might and Magic. These are some flamethrower demons. Very accurate cosplay, man. Like, I'm impressed by this cosplay. This is as close as it gets. Maybe some red body paint, and yeah, and you're there. Okay. And some spikes. Yeah, let's just watch the video.
Coming at you live from Skeleton City. Today's video is on the VO2 MAX. What is it? Why should I care about it? Why do you always keep talking about it? Is it really as important as you make it out to be? So here's the question. Can you do a video on why VO2 MAX is important and how to improve? Okay, so first things first, what is VO2 max? So basically, in very simple layman's terms, VO2 max is the maximum amount of oxygen your body uses during exercise. And to really simply put it, it's a measure of your heart and your lungs fitness. We all know the heart and the brain, well, and the lungs, but the heart and the brain are the two most important things in your body. So having a high VO2 max is basically your heart health.
So wait. Basically, you're saying that heart and brain is the most important. It means you should eat heart and brain. When did you eat heart last time? Or brain?
It's showing how healthy your heart is. So basically, the higher your VO2 max is, the more you can walk, run, ride a bicycle, play with your kids, you know. Basically, the more movement you can do.
Not only that, you're also more adapted to doing it, and you can do it better than, like, not just walk. I don't know about walk, man. Walk, when I think about VO2 max, I think about pushing your limits in terms of sprinting, and okay, you can do walking to excess, but yeah, that's a little bit more difficult than pushing yourself on a bike. It's you just get on it and you're instantly really just can push yourself to the point where you feel like you're gonna spit your lungs out
Without getting tired. And the VO2 max is measured by a number. So basically, like, in order to just like walk around or maybe like do a load of dishes or like change the laundry, that would be like a 10 VO2 max. You would need a 10, which is like a very, very low VO2 max. And then it can go upwards of like 80 plus for like crazy elite athletes.
Yeah, like what I said.
Like, I think Lance Armstrong had like an 80 VO2 max or something. So it can go like 80. I don't know what the highest. I think the highest was like a skier, like a cross-country skier or somebody, and he had like a 90 VO2 max or something crazy. But yeah, so what's a good...
Yeah, something crazy, exactly. You have to be crazy to have that much VO2 max.
VO2 max for you? It goes by your age. So
it's nothing to be impressed by it.
You can see, I'll put up a chart and it'll show, you know, the different levels of VO2 max in correspondence to your age and gender. So basically you're looking to be in like at least the good range of VO2 max. You don't have to be in the superior.
No, don't listen to this. You don't need to push yourself to have a high VO2 max at all.
I mean, it would be better for you to be in the superior, but good, that's a good place to start is, you know, shoot for...
But in a way, having a good VO2 max, like naturally, without training yourself, like so-called, it kind of shows you that, yeah, you're somewhat capable of doing some type of exercise or whatever. Being capable, it's a good thing. It's always indication of good health. But to actually train yourself to get there, yeah, that's totally something else. You should have that capabilities of running fast or riding a bike relatively fast without training and with just good nutrition. Okay, you want to have normally big muscles, strong muscles, and all of that just coming from nutrition and not too much exercise to the point where you're just shortening your lifespan.
for the good range of a VO2 max. And then how do you improve your VO2 max? Depending on where you're coming from, you know, if you can't even walk around the block or
you can improve it by good nutrition, sleep, and enough rest and all of that. And definitely not by over exercising yourself.
you know, walk to check the mail, start by that, you know, just get out there and, you know, take a little walk, and that's going to
Yeah, but that's nothing, man. That's normal activities. If you can't even do that, then your diet definitely is bad.
raise your VO2 max depending on where you're coming from. But as you get more fit and your cardiovascular system becomes stronger, you know, like
How does it become stronger? Wait a second. How does it become stronger when you're literally damaging your heart by doing this type of exercises, and lungs, and sometimes even brain, man? Because when your brain needs to take so much oxygen, yeah, it's way different. You remember that guy who was doing those breathing exercises, and just because of breathing he could have passed out just by breathing in the wrong ways. It was in a Gotis video, and he was like exhausting his brown fats or whatever. I don't really get that idea, and yeah, I highly discourage you to do even breathing exercises of that type. Just breathe normally as your body asks for it.
like walking to the mailbox won't raise your VO2 max anymore. So now you have to walk to the mailbox and beyond. And then you have to start walking a mile, and then maybe 2 miles. And then you have to maybe do like a brisk pace.
Yeah, walk a mile just because the guy told you to. Not because you feel like, just because you have been told.
Walk, you know, and then that slowly turns into jogging, or you can, you know, use other things like a bicycle or other ways to basically just get.
Jogging is the worst, and bicycle is better because yeah, but you can still hurt yourself on bicycle. If you crash, then yeah, that's not going to be nice, and you can also hurt your joints if you're not in the right gear. And even if you are in the right gear, just spinning so much, it can hurt your knees.
Get your heart going. So like for me these days, my VO2 max is so high. Basically when I started this channel, my VO2 max started lowering because I wasn't doing as much training. So for me to like hold my high VO2 max, which is like right around 70, I have to do a lot of very hard, rigorous Zwift racing I'll do, or do a, you know, super long bike ride outside, or a very fast 5K run or something like that.
What?
That's how I have to raise my VO2 max. But for somebody that's not at that high of a level, you know, they can start with something small. Maybe some of you guys are like, why should I even care? Well, how does this relate to losing weight? Well, the higher your VO2 max is, the more insulin sensitive you become. It's been proven that people with a higher VO2 max tend to live longer, and they have
100% not. Look at all those people who actually have higher VO2 max. They all look more like aged, like they age themselves rapidly, and they're damaged. Those muscles in your heart are like very delicate, man, and you shouldn't be messing around with those openings and all of that. That's how heart disease actually forms, because of seed oils and because of over exercise.
Have less risk of like heart disease,
and
heart
stress.
attacks, diabetes. For all the people that are like, can I do the sugar diet if I have type 2 diabetes? Well, we already talked about that you can do the sugar diet, but if you were to increase your VO2 max, then even more you would become more insulin sensitive, less insulin resistant, and your risk of diabetes or your current state of diabetes would be far less. And then another obvious one is you burn more calories. When you have a high VO2 max and you do a lot of cardio.
Yes, this is what he said about calories and burning fat. Yes, it is going to be faster, because breathing is when you breathe, you're basically breathing out the fat, okay? Fat and carbs and all of that. Like your body when turns oxygen into carbon dioxide, and you're breathing it out, that's where the carbon dioxide comes from the energy that was released in the cells, okay? Part of it leaves the body in other ways, but I don't know in what percentage, man, because I'm not like that good, but yeah, that's basically what happens in your body. The fats are broken down to such a simple molecules that when oxygen comes and together with oxygen and the fat, and what happens in the cell, the oxygen turns to carbon dioxide and leaves the body. That's why breathing is important. And if you breathe very often, then this process is made like faster, you know. It's like in a faster pace, and you start losing fat faster. And you shouldn't really rely on this. You should just have a good diet in the first place, because this guy did not get in his if he would have stayed on his old lifestyle, he would the exercise wouldn't do much, okay? Like, he had to starve himself and then also do some exercise. This is just incredible, the misinformation, man.
Walking, jogging, cycling, things like that, you are burning more calories. And if our goal is weight loss here, we don't want to be...
And all these people, like, he's like getting like so popular, man. Yeah, I'm also gonna get into the comment section what I said. He's like so popular, man. Like, what in the world? And barely any person criticizes. They just believe everything that he says, and he's so wrong. Yeah, okay, let's just get into the the comment section, because he's gonna be boring. He's gonna keep saying how healthy it is, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter what he says. I am right and he's wrong, and I don't care that all of these people here disagreeing with me. I call him a Durian Rider copycat, because Durian Rider speaks about the same things, okay? The exact same things he talks. And like, I call him a Durian Rider copycat, and he's like, he invented VO2 MAX, and then the others joined. We asked for this video. Why do you ask for this video? You can already find it on Durian Rider's channel. Why do you need to wait for it? And oh yeah, and this person also like donated like bunch of money, because for no reason, because what in the world? Why would you donate for something that is already made? Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's her money, it's her choice. And then this guy comes who also doesn't make any sense. He's like, this comment doesn't make any sense. So you are irritated. How am I irritated if I'm telling the truth? You are a Durian Rider copycat. This guy is a Durian Rider copycat. There's no argument about it. He says the exact same thing. Bike, sugar, and all of that. The only thing that he does is he brings up lean meat and hamburgers to appeal to the people that consume that type of foods, okay? All right, because yeah, he's basically a junk food addict, and yeah, that's the only difference between him and Durian Rider. But other than that, it's exactly the same thing. It's somewhat better because at least it has some lean meat, which if you never see him on the camera eating that, okay? So it's kind of like, I don't know, 99% vegan diet, which is also bad, but still, it's better than 100% vegan diet. Okay, let's just continue. Yeah, this is kind of nonsense comment, but I'm gonna read that so you can see what type of people comment on his section in comment section. So this comment doesn't make any sense. So you're irritated that someone has knowledge of similar way of eating with their own experiences and then sharing their experience. No, but just admit it that you got it from Durian Rider. Like you're exactly the same, and there's nobody else. There's nobody else who talks about VO2 max and sugar, okay? So Durian Rider, at least leave a comment here and call him out that how he's copying you and he's stealing your advice, okay? Like, don't just leave it like this. Call him out, man. Where's the old Durian Rider who calls people out for doing such a things? Don't just stand up. Don't just stand there and look. Okay, they are nothing alike. What do you mean they are nothing? I just told you why they are exactly the same. Oh my days. Imagine calling it nothing alike. Imagine calling it nothing alike when looking like this. Imagine that. Even the folds on his face start to appear in the same way. Right here. He's still young, but at 47, I'm telling you, these folds are going to like show up, like fold outside and all of that. And this section is gonna go way deeper. That's just a typical Durian Rider face, unless he gets on steroids. Unless this guy gets on steroids. Okay, yeah, this doesn't make much sense. They are nothing alike. Yeah, they are exactly the same, whatever. Great information with their own story and execution on how they share knowledge. Yeah, okay, whatever, you like this guy more. I don't care. It's awesome to have a community of different people sharing their whatever. Yeah, I get it, but just admit that you learned from him. That's how we all learn, grow, and yeah, age yourself rapidly probably, and support each other. Yeah, sure. And he's like, come on now, this comment is just silly. It's not silly at all, it's the truth. And yeah, I decide that I'm going to argue with them, and I tell the Skeleton King that next you are going to organize bike rides in Thailand, and then recommend eating 30 bananas a day, and then starting an OnlyFans, and then release a book of that is exactly like Raw Till 4 and Lean Body Bible. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. And he's like, he got a grudge against Durian. No, I have a grudge against all these sugar dieters, okay? And taking it out on me, lol. Yeah, whatever, I already made videos about him, and the same thing applies to you, basically. You're just not at 47 yet. And I'm telling him, just admit already that you steal content ideas from Durian Rider. You rebranded yourself. And yeah, whatever. And we could, well, you could have just watched yeah, I'm telling them they could just watch Durian Rider instead of watching this. And they are exactly the same starvation diet, they look the same, exactly, like what else? And it's like, it's not a competition. Of course it's not a competition, but yeah, this is just incredible, man. Yeah, let's just get what Skeleton King says, because these guys are just getting in the way for no reason. And I asked them, what is negative? Like, calling it a copycat is not a bad word. How is calling someone a copycat a bad word? I could tell you a few bad words, but yeah, not allowed. But like examples, of course, not like insults. I could just tell you some examples. And yeah. And I call him predictable because Durian Rider makes the exact same videos. And yeah, I could just watch him, and he's like, I'm not triggered by anything. You've been on good behavior for last week. I think you got triggered this morning when I said I only follow advice from people who aren't scared to show themselves on camera. Yeah, man, showing yourself like this, it takes so much confidence, man. I admit. I admire this type of confidence, man, to actually show yourself like this on camera. Yeah, that really takes confidence, man. Cause if I looked like that, I would probably hide and yeah, get enough body fat and then just show myself. All right, and yeah, whatever. You can think whatever you want of me, but yeah, my looks won't change the way you look like. Okay. And just to say it, you can't even compare yourself to me, but yeah, whatever. I'm not here to flex about that, because yeah, that would be really unfair. Whatever. Did you think I was kidding when? Oh yeah, I told him that you didn't even watch my video that I made about you, so showing myself would be pointless. And And he's like, did you think I was kidding when I said I considered us as internet friends? I watch all your videos you make about me. Yeah, sure. Okay. And yeah, you basically learn nothing from it because you're kind of like an NPC at this point. And this guy comments, dude, I feel so bad for you. I cannot imagine feeling so miserable that you feel compelled to make these comments. I can tell you that you are suffering. No one that is secure and happy behaves this way. And truly, I feel so bad for people like you. I hope you find true happiness. And I just tell him, haha, like you're a funny guy. Like what? Why do you need to make such a sad comment, man? Like bring the violin and play a sad song for you, cause yeah, this is just sad. Imagine calling someone sad when they are leaving more laughing emojis than you. Like who is sad in this case? Someone who does this diet, okay? Should I watch the rest of it? Okay, it's just a minute.
Insulin resistant and we want to burn more calories. So having a high VO2 max will help with that. And for the people that like to eat as well, when you have a high VO2 max, you get to eat more food. You don't have to eat little baby portions because you're actually burning.
You have to eat more food because you need more food. And you don't eat the right types of food. On this list, what you call maintenance, I don't eat anything. I don't eat anything from this. Oh, bananas, like based on these examples, because these are like prime examples, I actually don't eat anything from your maintenance list. I don't eat fish and I don't eat chicken breast. Okay? Like actually nothing. Bananas I'm having rarely, avocados I'm having rarely. And yeah, apples again, very rarely, man. Imagine giving such an examples. And here, this is nothing, man. I would starve on this, okay?
You can have, a decent sized meal. For the people that are eaters and really care about, not having small little meals. And ultimately, I've talked about the trifecta of health, being lean, having a high VO2 max, and staying drug free. Some people are just looking for the weight loss. They don't care to be healthy at all. It's a vanity thing or an aesthetic thing. They just want.
I would say it's far more better to just go for the weight loss than to do the exercise as well. It's going to make it faster, but you're also going to age yourself.
Want to be skinny, the end, and they don't care how they get there, and that's fine. You can do that. But what I'm promoting here is the trifecta. I want you guys all to not only be lean, but to live long and healthy lives. I always say I want to hit 100.
Yeah, man, okay. Oh yeah, another thing, addressing that he's calling me out for like not being confident or whatever, man. What even is that approach, man? There are a bunch of meat eaters, okay, on Instagram. Let's see. I can show you one that I follow specifically. I don't know if you're watching this or not. Let's see. There's MFC. Following. I couldn't leave this comment, by the way, because yeah, it has something in his nickname. Like, look, here's this guy eating our natural diet. Looks far more, like million times more healthy than you. Like, what's your excuse? This is what he eats. Yep, it did not show. Like, look. If I would show myself like this, would you like consider changing? Here you have this guy. Why would I have to show myself? Look at that. You're basically like this. Even skinnier. But look what would happen to you if you would actually eat this type of food. It would fill you out, man. Just think about it. This is what we are supposed to eat. there you have it. I showed you, and yeah, there's no reason for me to start recording. But if you want to see what I eat, then there you have it in my shorts, in my short videos.
101 years old, and I want to see all you guys hit 101 years old too. And the best
on this lifestyle, 100% not, man. It's so painful to watch.
way for you to hit 101 is by following the trifecta: being lean, having a high VO2 max.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make another video about this guy.
Staying drug-free. So that's a big reason why I'm promoting the VO2 max and why you guys should all be interested in raising your VO2 max as well. So yeah, let me know if you guys found this video helpful, if you think the VO2 max is just a crock.
Sometimes I think, why do I care about improving someone else's lifestyle when they can't even improve it themselves? Like, they don't want to improve it. It's like they want to ruin themselves completely. Like, why do I even care? I guess I make it to someone who would actually listen and consider my perspective, but definitely not for him, because yeah, he clearly is never going to admit. Whatever, man. Yeah, I think I can just end this video. I don't think I'm gonna make another video on this guy, because yeah, I'm just getting angry when he's so wrong, but he thinks he's right, and then he puts me as I'm wrong, and he like dismisses what I have to say. Whatever. Thanks for watching.